Hey, going on? How you guys doing? Oh, really? Do you know the circumstances, OCW? Like, what led to the arrest? Was he auditing? Was he pulled over? Hey, Harry, what's going on? What's up, Brian Johnson? How did you get in here? Alright, so the video's up. Okay, good. Well, if you guys haven't checked it out, at some point, check out Phoenix Cop Watch Arrested. Hey, Sean, how's it going? So, we'll do. I thought I would change things up a little bit here. Oh, geez. Yeah, that's always a tough one. Hey, Eyes, how you doing? Hey, Roadrunner. I'm alive under the circumstances. Hey, Ozark. Oh, geez, Sean, I'm sorry. I took most. Just trying something different, guys, so don't take offense. Anything. I wrote it in the description. I figured I'd add the people that my most viewers, people that have been coming to my channel a long time, support my channel, then they know what they like to see. So I'm tired of the drama with all the wrenches and people fighting with me and me getting misinterpreted, and it's not worth it. Taylor's been with me for a very long time, since the beginning, and that's definitely not a fight I'll have. So like I said, I figured I'd add people that have been coming here a long time, supporting me. They know what they want to see. They know what they don't want to see. If you go crazy, you lose it. You go against a lot of, I mean, me and Tay are going to have disagreements at times, but nobody's perfect. We're not always going to agree on everything. Bottom line is, it's not worth the headache. It's not worth the drama. It's not worth it at all. I got enough to deal with. I got medical news that's not good, and I'm dealing with that and trying to deal with it. And, you know, fighting over moderators in my channel just isn't worth it. For everybody that thinks I wasn't supporting Taylin's Discord, all you got to do is go back and look at all the channels I moderate in and all that. I've constantly said check it out. Constantly said support her and Boomer. Her link was posted in my channel all the time. So, hey, Angel. Uh-oh, Sean, you're in trouble now. It's too bad they can't add, like, a super mod, you know, like, give a moderator access above other moderators. Try that one Brian Johnson just posted. I don't have this set up to play videos, so I deleted that scene a while ago and just never re-added it. Is there any reason you're biting me? What's up, MIB? How you doing, man? You're not very late. They didn't rage quit, and I'm not going to unblock a bunch of people just because somebody says so. People that have done nothing but cause problems in here for months. It's not worth it. Yes, as always, of course, you know, we're hoping for the best for Olvazar too, hoping he's feeling better and that surgery is working. Hey, Steven. You know, Caitlin and I talk every day, and she doesn't sugarcoat it. She tells me how she feels and everything. So, and I tell her how I feel. So, bottom line is, I'm not gonna deal with a bunch of things that it's not worth the headache. It ain't. It's a freaking internet chat room, for crying out loud. You know, people had to deal with the crap I'm dealing with, and your Cheerios taste like fruit. Did you get the fruity Cheerios? I know they have some. Hey, Hawkeye. I couldn't think of a title. That was the first thing that popped into my head. Figure, what the hell? Why not? Yeah, Caitlin also knows that I've always supported her, always tried to do everything I can to help her. You know, everybody thinks because I didn't put up a few community posts that I wasn't supporting her. Community posts can barely get any views. I mean, I figured I was doing better by going in channels with 1,000 people and saying, "Go check out her her Discord." I figured that was a hell of a lot better. I don't get on Discord. I don't get on anybody's Discord. Doesn't matter whose it is. Nobody lied, Nightcrawler. So I guess you're out on that one. I never lied to anybody. I've never seen Tay lie to anybody. So I don't get on anybody's Discord. I logged in once to see what it was like, and I saw how horrible it was for me. I couldn't hear people. It was just frustrating, so I stopped going. Why don't you look at the last time it was used? I cannot hear. It is not worth the headache, especially dealing with what I'm dealing with right now medically, to fight to hear people on there. I don't need to be shoving some damn earbuds into my ears and cranking the volume up. It's not worth it. Don't worry about it. It's not. It's not. I'm not. I'm not spouting out all my personal issues that I'm dealing with. So the people that I wanted to know. Okay, there are good sections of Discord. You know, Taylor Inns, you got Honest Gases, Steve Pinder has Discord. Oh, I didn't know you set one up, Sean. Okay, well there you go. Sean's got one. See, I don't get on Discord, so I don't know who's got one. Hey, Clifford. I mean, people like the title. It literally was just like some random thing that popped into my head. Okay, Geek Squad, great, good for you. If you enjoy it, have at it. I say if you enjoy it, go do it. But I don't go in it. Well, I guess it's a good thing I don't lie. So, yep, smoking is stupid. Wish I never started. Pretty much every smoker I've ever known has said that too. Some have quit, some haven't. Smoking has nothing to do with what I'm dealing with. Well, Hawkeye, I've already had five heart attacks, so if I'm lucky, a stroke will just take me out. Patrick, yeah, I love George Burns, man. He's funny. Always loved the movies he was in. Yeah, I get that, Brian Johnson. That makes sense, and I agree. Yeah, George Burns died. Yeah, but he was like 100 or 101 years old. Now I've dropped hundreds of cigarettes. One of the medications they put me on. Well, I thought it was a medication, but apparently it's not. But I guess I just don't have flammable stuff. That's why I don't keep my cigarettes in here at night anymore when I go to sleep. What was that one George Burns movie where he played God? That was funny. Man, I haven't seen any. They don't replay any of his movies now that I think about it. I never see him on. Oh God, yeah, it was. Oh God, okay. Hey, Boosted. The other one was it Rodney Dangerfield. You don't see a lot of his movies playing anymore. Yeah, I remember the with John Denver because my brother, when he was in elementary school, he was on the chorus, and John Denver came here, and his chorus got invited to go sing with John Denver at the local where they do concerts. It was called the Blue Cross Arena, and I don't know what they call it now. Oh, cool, Hawkeye! I didn't know it. Caddyshack, Back to School, man, those are comedy. You guys see they made a Zombieland 2? That surprised me. And Top Gun 2. Of all movies. Rod. We're all different topics, Lord. Well, look at over in Okinawa. They got freaking people living to 110, 115. Patrick, yeah, I was young at the time, but I did see it. It was recorded. That's not true, Hawkeye. He did the Hunger Games. Yeah, that Robin Williams, that surprised me. When he took his own life, that was completely unexpected. He really hid all of what he was dealing with. It's just like Chester Bennington. I found out he took his own life. I was amazed. Yeah, Angel, I didn't think I'd make it to 30. So the way I was living and, what I was doing and whatnot, I really didn't think I'd make it to 30. Sam Kinison was okay. I wasn't big on the whole yelling type of comedy. Just like I'm not a big fan of the whole cursing comedy like Chris Rock. I like intellectual comedy. Brian Johnson. George Carlin was funny. Kind of like Dennis Leary, he was okay, but I don't like, or him or Andrew Dice Clay. I don't really like that raunchy comedy either. I like Eddie Izzard, you know, he's funny. Or Jeff Dunham. Well, Angel, I mean, there's, I can't really speak on that. Brian, completely random statement. If you guys haven't watched Eddie Izzard's Dress to Kill, he's a British transvestite comedian, but he's also an actor. He's been in a bunch of movies, but he is funny. Just like what's his name, Ricky Gervais. He's funny. George Carlin in Dogma. His role was short but funny. Now Gervais is Ghost Town, or was it? Yeah, Ghost Town. That was freaking hilarious. The scene when he was looking in the jars at the mummy's different organs and stuff had me dying. He's out, Brian Johnson. Somebody said he was live. He was out. And no, before anybody starts trying to question it, I didn't demon Ben because I was mad at him or not like that. I said I was just trying something different. I even told Tay before I went live what I was doing. But No, it has nothing to do with that. I talked to both Ben and James Barnes offline, and if they want to argue with each other, that's between them. But it has nothing to do with that at all. Before anyone even starts in on that, simply trying something different. That's all. Hey, James. I'm dealing, James. Dealing. Well, yeah, Angel, that's the idea. I've said, what the hell? Let's see how the viewers want the channel moderated. But, they're still are, like I said, when you go crazy, it's gone. That's why I told Tay before I even went live. Alright, guys, have fun, safe trip, and thanks for stopping in. I agree, Hawkeye, completely. Hey, Ed. Well, Lori, I'm not fighting with anybody, but I get what you're saying. But I have no grudge with anybody. If people are blocked in here, it's only because they caused problems for a very long time. I guess I could turn the slow mode off. Barely anybody in here. There's no reason to leave that on. Sorry, guys. I just realized it was still on. Brian Johnson, I really wish people would do that. If they do that, because some people say they have, I wish they'd record it. That'd be really funny. I can imagine the look on their faces when they get the bill for the ticket they wrote. Hey, James Jacobson. Lori, I appreciate that. Like I said, I'm not fighting with anybody. I'm not, it's not worth it. It's about life, the universe, and the number 42. Well, Patrick, that's exactly my point. I talk to people offline about certain situations, and that's it. No point in dragging it out on here. That's why I said, don't even, nobody needs to start trying to spread rumors. I was simply trying something different with my channel with the mods. That's all. No one lost their wrench because they did something wrong. Well, Geek Squad, nobody's forcing you to be in here. Brian Johnson, I don't know if you saw the other day, the New England Truth was on. They were trying to bar him from bringing his own evidence, his cell phone, which contained evidence in his case, into the courtroom because it was a cell phone. Now he's a pro se litigant. I guess he said he'd already gone through the courts and he'd already verified that he could bring it in. And the security guy still wouldn't let him bring it in. He stood there for like 45 minutes. Okay, Leon Valley's, there's a lot of stuff going on with that behind the scenes. There's, I don't want to say NDAs, but people are not publicizing stuff right now because of what's going on. But it has not been forgotten about or anything like that. It is still definitely being pursued. No, it's just, it kills me when people are so bored they gotta go into a stream and complain about being in the stream. Hey, Sasquatch. Hey, Albert, what's up, brother? Yeah, Brian Johnson, you're probably right. Hey, down in Hawaii, how's it going? No specific topic, Bell. Welcome, though. Always enjoy your visiting. We're just talking random topics. Well, Albert, always appreciated for you to stop in. Yeah, Don, I always wanted to visit Hawaii. What are you on the Big Island, or I know that I just wanted to fish. That was I always wanted to go to Hawaii and Puerto Rico and fish. I'm not even going to try to pronounce that, Brian Johnson. Yeah, it was always a bucket list thing. I always wanted to catch either a black or a blue marlin. But, I've got a long fishing bucket list, Always wanted to catch an arapaima, always wanted to catch a piraiba, always wanted to catch a Mekong giant catfish. I'll probably never get to catch any of them. Yeah, I heard Maui's a great place. Yeah, see, Don, I was always freshwater. We have salmon, carp, muskie, pike, all those fish. But, big here, the largest fish we have now is the lake sturgeon, which can get up to 100, 120 pounds. But technically, it's illegal to fish for them right now. They're still making a comeback. Hey, F up. I don't even know if I ever had your number or not, but if I did, I lost it. Would you mind emailing it if that's okay? Hey, Eyes on Corruption, what's up? Oh man, Don, that would be awesome. But, that's an expensive flight. Inside cat. Sasquatch, how's the lizard doing? Hey, N on one, how you doing? I still can't get over the fact that the size of this city, Rochester, New York, is no small city. It's the third largest city in New York State, and yet there's no other freaking auditors. It kills me. I don't understand it. You would think a city this size, especially with the corporate, what do you call it? Whatever. We've got Kodak, we got Xerox, we got Bausch and Lomb. So, the corporate prestige, I guess you could say. It's no small thing. It just amazes me. Rochester, New York, Don. F off. Her voice is so soothing. Yeah, that's true, Hawk. I haven't really seen much in the way of people from Iowa. You're right. Yeah, Don, I can only imagine what a round trip to Hawaii would cost. Even if it was ordered in advance, I don't imagine it'd be cheap. Well, yeah, I mean, just in case anybody wanted to, though, the link is above my head for PayPal, or you could click the super chat button. Either or is always appreciated. 3 p.m. What time zone though? Eyes on corrupted. Are you central? What? What is it with you? Why is it every time I go live you want to bug me? This cat does not leave me alone. But you might want to just think about that eyes on corruption because that means that's noon Pacific time. And noon on a Saturday, people are generally either sleeping or busy. Just saying. Just my 2 cents. Yeah, well, Hawkeye, the thing is, we don't do this for lawsuits, though. That's a very common misconception. Eyes on Corruption on a Saturday, I would recommend, right after dinner time. So, like 9 p.m. Eastern, which is about 6 p.m. Pacific time. That tends to be a good time slot. A neck beard. I don't have a neck beard. I'm not. I don't know if anybody knows. I haven't seen Tay or Boomer say who they're interviewing next. I know they just did Chi-Town Citizen. If you guys haven't checked that out, but check out her Discord to see if she's got an upcoming interview she's doing. No, Hawkeye. I won't get into that one, but no, I have not. I did, however, do an interview video on her. Like, well, geez, it's been about a year, I think now, but it is on my channel. My Black Label interview is still my favorite interview intro I ever made. I put a lot of time into that one, and luckily, he was willing to help me out with it and did a soundbite for me to make it. Yeah, Hawkeye's quoting the town manager, I believe it was, from Leon Valley. Yeah, well, unfortunately, Patrick, they don't even understand that, As long as they don't have to pay their own liability insurance, they don't really care because it doesn't come out of their pocket in any way. The only time they care is if they're fired as a result. Yeah, and Eric tends to give away pretty much everything he gets, most of it. I know, all the work he's done with the homeless and all that. Yep, that's what it's about. You get Philip Turner got the Turner versus Driver. You got C.J. Grissom and all them, and they got the policy and the statutes changed in almost part. It's only a matter of time before things have changed in Leon Valley after the lawsuits and whatever. Police State New Jersey was doing a lot of good with policy changes across the entire state of New Jersey. Hey, Will, what's up? Eyes on Corruption. If you can, try to post that video before you go live on Saturday. Let people familiarize themselves with the case and what happened. This way, you don't have people questioning it, and because when you're in that kind of situation where you're trying to raise to help people, it always attracts all the trolls and the naysayers, and so make sure that that's posted first. Yes, Hawkeye, a lot of us have been saying that for a long time now. You know, Turner versus Driver take away their qualified immunity in the Fifth Circuit, but oh, geez, the videos on his phone in lockup. Wow, wow, that's a tough one, man. Hey, PJs, thanks for stopping in. Always appreciate you. Hey, Michigan. I don't know, Jimmy Gibbs. I don't even know about that. Apparently, I was included in that, and I don't even know why, considering he doesn't even know me or talk to me or anything like that. Has no reason at all to dislike me in any way. I'm just saying. Oh yeah, of course, Brian. I mean, you think about what they charge to have a person in jail for a month, and then you got somebody like him, which of course they're screwing around and doing whatever they can, putting him in solitary or anything like that just to make it worse. You're right. That jail is charging the state money for him. I get it, eyes on corruption. I was just trying to help any way I could think of. Hey, MD. I had some guy leave me a comment in one of my videos. He's like, "Yeah, man, don't you? You know, I know you got to make your money and all, but what's with all the commercials?" And I look, and it's a 22-minute video, and it only has two commercials. One at the 10-minute mark, and then at the end. And I'm like, "What are you talking about?" There's videos that have 20 commercials in a 20-minute video. They have so many commercial breaks in them. YouTube doesn't even play all of them. I said to him, I'm like, I'm down. You know how much I get? Almost nothing. That video's got 50 something thousand views. I've barely gotten anything from it. Hey, Greta, always so kind. Thank you again. That knife is a little dusty, but I don't even know if that's showing up nice. I made this completely from scratch. Tempered it myself and everything. It's made so that when you hold it, the blade is always pointing forward. And then when you're in a defensive posture, you can see the blade is pointing forward. And I etched the Japanese symbols for honor into it. And it's for sale. So if anybody wants to buy it, yeah, the gut hook too. Yeah, it's all hand filed, hand sanded, all to the cutting edge and the gut hook are both to 3,000 grit. Well, thank you, Greta. This handle I made, I love the one. The one side came out better than the other, but the handle here you can see that's actually epoxy resin with electric blue pearl mica dust and carbon black pearl mica dust mixed into it, and then I poured the two colors together into the mold. And the way I said, the one side came out better than the other, and then it's got the five brass pins. Greta, he sent me an email, asked me about it. I responded, and I haven't heard back. So if anybody wants it, like I said, it's for sale. It's got a lot of hours into it, but I know I'm no pro. But that started out as nothing but a piece of plate steel. I quenched it and used motor oil to carbonize it, and then I tempered it in the oven. So very much good solid steel now. I'm making one for my, well, no, I'm not going to say it because I don't want to give it away in case the person watches this. Suffice it to say, though, it's going to be a really cool one. Yeah, I love to. I would love to do Damascus. I mean, I know how, but I don't have a forge in that here. Greta, yeah, sorry. I'm in New York, so knives are a very hard, or guns are a very hard thing to be into here. Yeah, I do too, Bella. Just I only have the small, uh, 16 ounce. 8 ounces of each part, the two parts. That's all I've got. So I really have to stretch it out. So I can't make as much as I would like to. Yeah, Damascus is awesome. It's just very time consuming, especially if you're doing it all by hand. If you've got, pneumatic presses in that definitely makes a huge difference. I would love to do all that, but like this, I made out of just scrap. I had a little bit of scrap steel left from making something for somebody, a project I was hired to do, and so that's what I made it with. This was actually two pieces of steel. One of the reasons I tempered it is right here. This section is a second piece of steel I welded on. Normally, I would never weld onto a knife, but it's at the bottom of the handle, and I tempered it and carbonized it, so it's solid all the way. I mean, I tried hitting it with a hammer and everything. Put it in a vise, pulled on it, it's solid. So yeah, I do too, Brian, but I can't have them here. Even with the CCW in New York State, it's still a pain. But this sucker is like insanely sharp. I spent a lot of time on that cutting edge. I left the body of the blade about, you know, 1,000 grit or so, so it's like a brushed steel. So, but there it is. I went over the pattern over and over before I settled on it because I wanted that blade to point just right when you're holding it in a defensive posture. So if anybody studied martial arts, you'd know when you're in a fighting stance, you're always cross chest with your posture. So it's based on the Nepalese curry knife. Kukuri, I don't know if I'm saying that right, but that's where the inspiration partly came from. That and that Jimmy DeResta guy, his channel is amazing. That guy makes some beautiful stuff. Well, I hope so, Hawkeye. I have no felonies on my record or nothing, and I've always wanted to get a CCW, but I never had the money. Well, yeah, granted, normally you would, but that's why this is shaped the way it is, because when you're in the posture, you can easily shift, and you can see this is actually 12 inches long, the whole length of this. So when you shift, it covers your forearm as well. Yep, in Haynes Barnes I am. I got 26, 25 days left. Thank you again for that super chat, Greta. I see it's about to pop off the screen. I just want to say thanks again, as always. You're always kind. Sad little people. Hey, great dude, what's up? F off, did you answer me about the phone number? If you did, I apologize. I didn't see it. Oh, I just realized Great Dude finally has an icon, and it suits him. For the longest time, it was just a G. Greta, I don't know. I sent him a text before I went live asking if he planned on it. I haven't heard back, so I would assume he will be because he usually does. What are you staring at? The cat staring at real hard at something outside. You're just gonna lay down, huh? Just like you own the place? I don't know. I mean, he usually goes live. Well, yeah, I think right around now. Good point. Yeah, he's live now. I don't know why he didn't get back to me. Well, we just been shooting the breeze here, guys. Why don't you hop on over to Steve Binder and show support for him? I think I might stop over there and say hi and just kind of go from there. Yes, Hawkeye, I plan on it. The hard part is actually getting places to do it. So, but again, I appreciate everybody coming and hanging out. And, again, there's the PayPal if anybody wants to help out at all. Otherwise, like I said, hop on over to Steve Pinder and hey, Seconds Phone. Hop on over there, show support for him. So, and I guess I'll see everybody over there, hopefully. Thanks again.